Okay, so today we're going to deep dive straight into the White House.
Ooh.
Yeah, big stuff, right?
Sure.
Um, we're talking about Karoline Leavitt, the youngest White House press secretary ever.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's got everybody talking, so um,
Makes you think, huh?
it really does.
I bet.
I mean, what does it mean for, like, the administration, everything they say and do going forward?
Right.
It's a big deal.
Big deal.
And the source material we've got today, it's this excerpt, kind of lays out the announcement and a little bit about Leavitt's background.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty wild, honestly. Like, think about it. It's not just some new face behind a podium,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
This is someone who basically grew up with, like, social media as their main way of talking to people. I mean, can you imagine the press briefings, the tweets? Like, everything's changing right in front of us.
It makes you wonder, right? Like,
Is it not?
is this some kind of strategy, the administration trying to reach, like, younger voters?
Could be. Or are they just kind of, like, tossing someone in and hoping they don't sink?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this isn't just about reading statements anymore, right? The
No.
press secretary, they're like the voice of the president.
Right. It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah. They set the tone, they spin the story. They're in the trenches every day.
Exactly. Think about, like, those iconic press secretaries, the ones everyone remembers, they were like masters of diplomacy, crisis communication, thinking on their feet. It was like a performance. You needed a certain, I don't know, gravitas to pull it off.
That toss, yeah.
So how does Leavitt, someone who's, let's be honest, closer in age to, like, a TikTok influencer than a seasoned political, operative,
Right.
how does she step into those shoes? It's a big question.
So you're saying there's pressure on Leavitt to not only, like, represent the administration, but also kind of prove she can do it in a role that's usually been held by, much older, more experienced people. Oh, absolutely. The press secretary, they're not just there to answer questions, right? They're shaping public perception, explaining policy. Sometimes even defending things that are, well, indefensible. You need, like, a deep understanding of the whole political landscape and how the media works in it.
Right.
It's like walking a tightrope, and the stakes are sky high.
So given all that, is her age, like, a help? Or is it a hindrance? Could it actually be, I don't know, like a strategic advantage in this crazy world of 2047 news and social media?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, on the one hand, you could say her youth brings something new, a fresh perspective, a kind of digital fluency that, like, someone older might not have. She might be able to connect with younger audiences in a way we haven't seen before. But on the other hand, there's that whole experience thing. Can she, like, command respect from the press corps? Can she handle the pressure, the scrutiny that comes with this job?
Right, yeah.
That's a lot to handle.
I'm also curious about something the source material mentioned, her past role working for that congressman. The one known for, let's just say, a more...
yeah. Aggressive.
Yeah, more colorful communication style.
Right.
Does that give us any clues about how she might handle things?
Mm-hmm.
Will we see those, like, fiery press briefings again?
That's a really good point. I mean, her past experience, it could definitely shape her approach,
Right.
But the White House, it's a whole different animal, She'll be representing the president, not just one politician.
Right.
The stakes are higher. The spotlight's way brighter. Will she adapt? Or will she bring that same combative energy to the briefing room? Guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? This whole appointment, it could shake things up,
Mm-hmm.
for better or worse.
Totally.
It raises these questions about, like, the future of political communication, how the White House talks to the media, talks to the public in this whole digital age.
Exactly. And for those of you listening, think about how you get your news, how you form your opinions. Are you more likely to trust someone who speaks your language, someone who gets your references, even if they haven't been doing this for, like, decades?
Yeah.
Or do you want that, seasoned, steady hand, even if it feels a bit out of touch with, like, how you see the world? This appointment, it really makes us think about those things.
It's like we're watching this social experiment play out in real time.
Totally.
Karoline Leavitt's age, it's not just a headline,
Yeah.
It's like this catalyst for change. And those ripples, they could go way beyond the White House.
Oh, yeah.
Will she usher in some new era of political communication? Or will it just show us how important that traditional experience really is? It's definitely something to watch as it all unfolds.
Definitely, yeah. A lot to think about.
A lot to think about. Thanks for joining the deep dive, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.